So one of the most common questions I get working at YPCCC is if we have international research. And the answer to that question is yes, we do. We have quite a bit of international research. I'm going to go over some of our most recent international research. We've done a lot over the years, but I would say from around 2023 till now, we've done some pretty decent sized projects that I think could really help a lot of you out. So most recently in January, we released our climate change in the British mind report, which is, if you're familiar with our climate change in the American mind, it's basically the same kind of thing. Some of the questions aren't exactly the same because it's a different space, but it's basically the same kind of thing. So we do have that. And then in June, we released our UK climate opinions map. So again, if you're familiar with the YPCCC climate opinions maps for the US, it's the same idea. So if you're more used to finding information with an interactive tool instead of a report, you can still do that with the UK survey data. In 2023, we also did work in Ireland. So in Ireland, we actually partnered with the Irish EPA to do a similar report that was a little bit more closely modeled with our Six Americas segmentation, if you're familiar with that, which is basically like an audience segmentation about how people feel about climate change. We've done it in the US. We worked with the Irish EPA to do it in Ireland. And so that is called the climate changes for Irelands. So it's Six Americas and 4 Irelands. And it's an audience segmentation analysis. We also helped them build their own version of the climate opinions maps. Those live on the Irish EPA website. So everything I'm going to mention in this video is on our website, except for that tool. That tool, if you Google Irish EPA climate opinions maps, you'll be able to find them. In 2023, we also did some work in India. So we've done quite a bit of work in India, and we've gotten a really great reception from it. I know it's been used quite a bit, which I'm really, really happy about. And so in 2023, we released the climate change in the Indian mind report. So very similar to our climate change in the American mind report, same kind of idea. We also in partnership with that, created the Indian climate opinions maps. So again, if you're more comfortable using that interactive tool to find what you need, you have that for the India data. And we also released a India fact sheets tool. So if you're not familiar with our fact sheets tools, I think they're a little more underutilized than some of our other interactives on our site. The fact sheets tool essentially lets you, and we have this for the US right now, pick certain questions, survey questions from these reports. So you can pick, I think, as many as you want, actually. And it creates a PDF for you with some nice visuals, some charts and graphs, that kind of thing. And it's a savable PDF. So you can print it out and give it to people. You can send it to people in email and Slack, whatever you want to do. It's really great for sharing survey information, so you don't have to send them the whole report or take wonky screenshots. It's really helpful. A lot of policymakers use it, and people working in that area. So that's really great that we have it for India. If you are interested in other countries other than what I just mentioned, or other areas, we did another report in 2023. We were very, very busy in 2023 with data for good at Meta and Rare. And that report was called International Public Opinion on Climate Change. And that did a very similar thing that we do with our climate change in the X-Mind reports, etc., with those partnership organizations in other countries, in a lot of other countries. I don't have time to list all the other countries, so if you're looking for another country, definitely check that on our website. Again, International Public Opinion on Climate Change. And just search that. That was 2023. And there's a lot of countries in there, including in the Global South. So if you're looking for that, check that out. You could also always message me if you can't find something you're looking for. in partnership with that report, we did make a tool as well, which is the Global Climate Opinions Fact Sheets tool. So again, it might be worth it to maybe check out the Climate Opinion Fact Sheets tool first, maybe just to see, get a quick overview of what you have available. Especially obviously if you're in a certain area and you only want the information from a certain area, you don't need to send the whole report to someone. It might be worth it to check that out first. So yeah, these are just some of the international products that we have. Like I said, probably the most popular and definitely the most recent. But if you're looking for something specific or you're in a specific area and wondering if we have anything for you, please reach out. You can message me on social media on here, or you can email me at cynthia.norrie, Norrie, at yale.edu, and I can either forward you to the right person or send you the right thing or whatever you need. So do not hesitate to ask me questions, especially if you're looking for something specific, because we make these things so you can use them and we want you to use them. So any way we can help you use them and find them, we will do that. So again, thank you for being interested in YPCCC and using our work, and we'll see you soon.